Let me be the 4,000th person in your personal life to tell you that this is a landmark moment in political history that we're in right now.
If you do the math associated with all the electoral votes from all of the states, if they go that way, if the lean Republican and likely Republican go red, and the lean Democrat and likely Democrat go blue, if you sign those out that way, and then you say that Donald Trump has the best day in the entire world, completely outperforms expectations, and he wins all of the toss-up states. He wins all 5 of those states, plus that electoral college vote in Maine that he's after. If he wins all of the toss-ups, which would be insane because nobody wins all of the toss-up states, even if Donald Trump did win all of the toss-up states, he would still lose.
Will win in Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes, in Indiana with its 11 electoral votes, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, the state of Montana, Ohio, North Carolina, Georgia.
And so, what do we do?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. That was planted in my brain still remains.
Why didn't Hillary try harder, dude? Why would she fuck up with the emails, man? Like,
Trump is the president of the United States of America. He won't be inaugurated until January. The word has just reached Donald J. Trump. 40 million conventional wisdom.
the chief of staff, the members of the economic team that are joining in Washington.
I know Hillary lost. I'm sorry.
The fallout from Bridgegate or whatever.
Neil,
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country. It's real.
I know. Like, I don't know what else to... He is a monster, and he is going to be okay.
oh, dude. Oh, man. Oh, what do you mean he won? By how much? How much did he win? Come on, Tyler, you gotta let me know. Tell me.
213 to however much. She was down by like 60 points.
No, dude, no. What do you, it was supposed to be close, man. That's a blowout. That's a blowout.
Bad stuff happens. Even potential end of the world stuff. Sometimes it does happen. Sometimes it turns out to be your generation, your workplace, your country. There are doomsday plans going into action all over this country right now. And so, what do we do? Of this report came out, surprise, it's out today. What we learned when this came out is that our new president will flat out lie to us, to our faces, and even put it in writing. Even when we can check for ourselves and see for ourselves that he is blatantly lying about a really big thing. He apparently will just bracingly lie to us, even about really important national security stuff. And we learned that today if we didn't believe it before. And all right, this is not that complicated. This is the public version. This is the unclassified version of this report. And on every single page of this report, there's a little box at the top. We've shown it here so you can see it. A little box that explains. It says this. But this version doesn't include the full supporting information on key elements of the influence campaign. So they not only say that at the outset of this report, it's literally printed on top of every single page in the report.
report. That same highly classified assessment that went to Obama yesterday went to the president-elect today, this morning. And then here's the thing. Right after that, right after he came out of that briefing where he received the highly classified version of this, he put out a written statement about what he learned in the briefing. And he blatantly and overtly, bluntly, simply lied about what is in this report. Right before this report got publicly released, so we could check for ourselves and see that he was lying. I have to say, I don't get weirded out by that much stuff in the news, but this kind of puts a shiver down my spine. Just look at this. It's very clear. This was the statement our incoming president put out after he got the highly classified version of this report. And again, the public version that we all have now, that we can all see, its conclusions are identical to those in the highly classified report. He gets briefed on the classified version of this. He comes out and he makes this statement, quote, President-elect Donald J. Trump released the following statement at the conclusion of meeting with intelligence community leaders. Here's the statement. While Russia, China, and other countries, outside groups, and people are consistently trying to break through the cyber infrastructure of our governmental institutions, businesses, and organizations, including the Democrat National Committee, quote, there was absolutely no effect on the outcome of the election. So he's saying, I just got briefed on this report. I just met with the director of national intelligence and the director of the CIA and the director of the FBI. They've given me their report, and I can tell you, the American people, having read this report, having been briefed by our intelligence community, I can now tell you, now that I've seen this report and I've been told what's in it, there was absolutely no effect on the outcome of the election. That's what he tells us. So, our president-elect is lying to us. And that's a big lie. But the president-elect lied to us about that today. He lied to us about what's in this report. The president-elect either thinks we are idiots, or he didn't know that they were going to release the report today. So we didn't know we'd be able to fact-check his statement, lying to us immediately against the thing he lied about?
Statement, Director Clapper, the intelligence community says, quote, it would be extremely difficult for someone, including a nation-state actor, to alter actual ballot counts or election results by cyber attack or intrusion, end quote. And you stated that earlier today as well, that we have no evidence that vote tallies were altered or manipulated in any way.
That's correct.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news, and they're talking about people that go and say all sorts of things.
It's like worth a shot, right? If all else fails, why not try that? We have a free and independent press that does what it wants, says what it wants, asks whatever questions it wants. We act to protect the other aspects of our life as a nation that we maybe used to take for granted, but that now really overtly and presently and acutely require protection.
That's all, folks.